Welcome back, all you beautiful soul family, to another new moon reading, this time in Taurus in Mrigashira Nakshatra, which is represented by the deer that is searching. And what is it that we're searching for is the important question. My name is Chelsea from Chelsea Madison Evolution Healing. How are you feeling at this time? There is a feeling of restlessness in the air, perhaps an anxiety. You might be feeling ready for change. There's questioning around relationship themes, purpose, and direction are very relevant at the moment. I would love to take you into the app, but first and foremost, I just wanted to say I absolutely love doing these readings. They are my happy place, and I have found that this year in particular, but especially this moment that I'm in, I've had a rather large amount of responsibility placed on my shoulders, which has meant that I'm a little bit late getting out these readings lately. But I am dedicated, and like I said, this is my happy place. So even if they're a little bit late, they are still absolutely relevant because it's about this next fortnight period. It's kind of like a stamp and it just flows that energy on through. So let me take you into the app and show you what we're looking at for this fortnight. All right, come with me. All right. So, as you can see, we've got the new moon sitting here in Taurus, in Mrigashira Nakshatra, which is represented by the deer, and I'll go into that a bit more at the moment. Each sign lasts 30 degrees, so you can see it's in the last 11 minutes of the sign, so it's crossing from Taurus into Gemini. So we've got this theme of moving from into the throat chakra, but from the heart. So we've got this heart throat being able to communicate what our heart wants to say, energy coming through. I think it's also important to note that you'll see over here in Cancer that we've got Jupiter, the guru of the chart, which is all about wisdom and teachings, also sitting with the other guru, Venus, which is all about beauty and relationships. You may find at this time that there is new connections coming in, lots of themes around beauty, um, coming together with Soul Tribe. I have found myself as well that that's been quite an important theme um, that will come through this fortnight also. So as we go in, you may find that you're ready for change, is this energy that comes through with Mrigashira. So it's represented by the deer, it's the searching star. So there's a sense of curiosity and exploration that we find in this particular nakshatra. It represents the heart, relationship needs that come up, a sense of belonging, tribe, how we seek, how we pursue, or how we run away from what it is that we're searching for. So it's really important to come back to alignment of what is it that we're looking for, and is it really aligned with our highest values? Because sometimes we can be searching for something, but it's not necessarily in our best interests on a soul level, but we need to pause and come into the present moment to be able to recognize those things, because quite often we can get lost in the chase. The shadow aspects of this particular nakshatra is the chasing energy, obsession. If you find yourself going down rabbit holes, needing external validation, losing yourself in the search is an energy that comes through this. And the story behind Mrigashira is actually the daughter, I believe, of Brahma that is being chased, and it's an impure obsession that happens in this particular sense. And we are asked to reflect and come back, because what we're really seeking deep down is that higher connection. So when we come back to it, we realize that the answers were always inside of us all along, and that we can pull ourselves back onto the right seeking path. The light aspects this month, discovering new discoveries, new beginnings, authentic desires being made aware, following your heart, and downloads for spiritual growth will start to come through as well. It's also represented by Soma, which is the moon deity. This is otherwise known as divine nectar. So you think about drinking this um, almost like the elixir of life, so to speak, that when you drink it, it is so divine. It rejuvenates your soul, it fulfills you completely from within, and it's about being present. So you imagine that if you're drinking the elixir of life versus a substance that is only going to be temporarily um, uh, satisfying to your soul, you think about it, what's better, long term or only temporary? So this is what we're being asked to reflect upon. Mars rules this particular star, Mrigashira, this month, so it will help in giving you action and courage, materializing your desires, and because it's in Taurus, it creates this steady action and this gentle energy of the deer with determined movement, taking us forward. Because it's in the final degrees of Taurus, it represents an ending of an old cycle. New searches are beginning at this time now. We leave outgrown comforts behind and we explore new possibilities. Because we're moving from Taurus into Gemini, this becomes about values being vocalized, heart expression, and aligning our actions with spiritual values. Now, as I mentioned before, Jupiter and Venus in Cancer, the two gurus uniting. This is emotional wisdom. You may find that you're being drawn to soul family at this time. Love and connection themes will be amplified, new friendships, beauty and compassion for self as well as we recognize these themes that are coming through. I did notice that I was invited to an event recently where Soul Family came together and there was a new connection there, but I felt these timelines crossing where I've known this person for a very long time and I just thought, oh, this Jupiter Venus energy that was in the room, and I just thought this is so beautiful. Mercury is now in Gemini. It's quite strong. It's in its own sign. It will represent a sharp agile mind, and curiosity that will be coming through. So be curious with yourself at this time if you're having a bit of a hard time working out what your desires are. It's also preparing for retrograde where we do even more introspection. Mercury will join Venus and Jupiter and create another Saraswati Yoga again, which is all about learning, teaching, education, creativity. So lots of blessings coming through. And Jupiter's only going to get stronger as the rest of the year goes forth. You'll notice that Rahu, the south node, and Ketu, the north node, Ketu, the south node, Rahu, the north node, rather, all these planets are sitting in between them again. So it creates another one of these Kala Sarpa Yogas where there's accelerated spiritual growth at this time, intense evolution, searching within for answers, less about external validation outside of us. Now, as we move towards the end of the reading, as always, I give you journal prompts to think about at this time. What am I truly searching for? Am I chasing? Where am I seeking outside of myself what already exists within me? What have I outgrown? Is this desire aligned with my heart? And where am I avoiding myself? I also want to take a moment to pause and say that there's a lot of compassion for self at this time, but there's also extending compassion to others around us, understanding that we're all in this beautiful cosmic soup together on a journey to the same place. So the supports that will be supportive at this time, presence, patience, compassion, nature, meditation, singing and chanting came through quite strongly at this time. And creating space for emotional release. If you feel like you need to allow space for tears to come up and out, it's going to be so powerfully transformative for you. The mantra at this particular time is, I trust the wisdom within me. Now, as always, I pull cards for these readings. And this time round, I got rhodonite, which is all about patience. So being patient with yourself, being patient with others, patient enough that so that you can slow down enough to understand what desires is it that you actually want to be pursuing. And are you pursuing things that may not be in your highest and best good so that you can come back on track? The other card that I pulled from the Wise Women Oracle deck by Joanne Antoon is Storm's Strength. And she says, embrace resilience, storms bring strength and renewal. So if you're going through a bit of a tough time right now, trust that it is giving you the strength to be able to move into the next chapter and the new beginnings that are coming through. Now, I wanted to share, as always, personally, I found that I've been in quite a pressure cooker in 2026 in general, but this last month, even more so, I'm just noticing that it's kind of reaching this culmination point, and I know that I'm not alone in that. I share this so that whoever it is that listens to this knows that I see you and that many people see you and that we're all in this together. I can hear, what is it, that High School Musical song playing in my head. When I do readings as well, I notice that I get songs that come through. It's quite funny. So I wanted to make a point to say that my happy place is these readings, and I've had to be quite patient with myself, which is what I'm talking about the cards, slowing it right down and noticing what is it that I'm pursuing. And I noticed that I had some pretty big spiritual downloads this past week about I had a download that came through that I noticed that in the past, I used to feel I needed to be compassionate with myself, which is a lot of themes that are coming through here, and that I no longer feel the desire to searching this Mrigashira, um, the need to over-explain myself in circumstances, in multiple circumstances rather, in a desire to be seen, that I am now learning to be comfortable with accepting myself, even if I'm misunderstood, and accepting others, no matter what the circumstances of that are. And I just thought, wow, like that was like a huge weight off my shoulders to finally arrive in this place. And I just think, that was something that came through for me with this particular new moon, and it just shows that it's just going to keep on moving through over the next 2 weeks. So the key takeaways. Oh, and of course, this Venus and Jupiter soul connections and gathering, I found that there's old souls and new friendships that seem to be aligning at this time as well, which I thought was really beautiful with these energies. Key takeaways. What are you searching for? Remember to return to your heart. Let your next chapter come from alignment, not chasing. Now, the next full moon will be on the 30th of June in Purva Ashada. Now, I just want to pull up a quote for you that I want to share with you. Where are you hiding? The quote that I want to leave with you for the end of this reading. Now, Purva Ashada is all about emotional clearing, truths emerging, relationship revelations. It's the invincible star and it's the former star, aligning with a higher wisdom. So the nectar that you seek has always existed within you. And this is what we're talking about, this soma, this sacred elixir. It's inside you. If you pause enough to sit with it, you will receive it. Also, Mrigashira reminds us that not every desire is meant to be pursued. Some are invitations to turn inward, where the nectar we have been seeking has quietly waited for us all along. As always, my name is Chelsea Madison. I am a combined therapy cocktail master therapist, a Reiki practitioner, and I offer Vedic astrology readings. I would love to hear from you in the comments section if you enjoy these readings, and if you just want to connect and share what's going on. I would love to hear from you. I hope that this was supportive and helpful, and I look forward to connecting with you at the next full moon reading for Purva Ashada on the 30th of June. Take care. Lots of love.